Hi, this is Scott from Specter Gear, and for today's product spotlight, we're going to be taking a look at a very unique product that we are manufacturing currently. It's designed for revolver shooters, and that isn't something you see a whole lot of tactical gear companies getting into. But since I run the R&D department, and I'm very much a revolver guy, this is yet another one of my passion projects that I'm putting out there. I originally came up with this design back around 2004. I've shown people over the years many times. I've shown them the pouch, and every time they say, "Why don't you bring that out?" People will want to buy it. And I actually started playing around with the whole Wheel Gun Wednesday thing on Instagram, and I just sort of put this out as a test balloon to see if there was some interest. And I'll be darned, there certainly was. So we've decided to go ahead and put this out there because, like myself, there's quite a few people out there that still carry the revolver every day and are looking for some means of carrying speed loaders and spare ammunition. So we're gonna put a little bit of effort into some kind of modern upscale equipment for the revolver community going forward. You know, for the purposes of this video, it's not terribly important to get into why I carry a revolver or why I regard the weapon system highly. Just suffice it to say I do, and many others do. So if you're one of those people, this video is for you. So again, getting back to the Speedloader pouch, as I said, I designed it back around 2004 or so. Since then, I've built a grand total of 2 sets for everyday carry. I've made others for different weapons, such as 44 Magnums, 5-shot J-frames, etc. But I've carried every single day just 2 sets. The first set lasted me up until around 2012, and they just got a little too banged up, and I thought it was time for a fresh look, so I made another set. But these things go with me literally every day, everywhere. If I'm leaving the house, unless I'm going into some kind of non-permissible environment or going to a wedding or something, I'm always going to have either this Smith & Wesson Model 66 K-frame or a Ruger GP 100 3-inch. Those are the 2 things that I carry pretty much no matter what. And these pouches serve to carry the speed loaders for both of those weapon systems. And without getting too far ahead of ourselves, I'll just kind of show you some of the wear and tear that this pouch has endured over, as I said, probably around 2012. So we're looking at going on 9 years now on this. It's got a generous amount of lint. I've got a pretty good amount of wear and shine on it. Where my belt has gone through the little tunnel here, it's banged it up pretty good. I've even got on the inside, hopefully the video will pick this up, but you can actually see the tips of the 6 rounds that are always carried in here. The lead is actually rubbed off onto the webbing. And although this thing looks old and unsightly and beat up, it still works just as well as it did the day it was manufactured. So let's get into looking at a newer one, and I'll show you kind of how this works. Again, it's a really super simple pouch. It's not only simple, but also incredibly fast, actually. The back of the pouch features a wraparound belt loop system for the purposes of pants belts, and we make 2 different versions, 1 3/4 inch and 2 inch. The 1 3/4 is designed for pants belts. There's no Velcro on the inside of the wraparound belt loop, so it's not going to tear your belt up rubbing against it. But you can size this out because despite the fact that the webbing is generally pretty consistent on your 1 3/4 inch belts, if you go with, for instance, a double layer version, you're going to have a little bit of inconsistency in how much room you need on this tunnel. You can fine tune that with this, get it set exactly how you want it, and then leave it just like that. The 2-inch version for duty belts, just like our other pouches that are designed for 2-inch duty belts, does feature the internal Velcro to interface with the Velcro lining on the inside of the belt to lock the pouch in place and prevent it from moving. But since you're going to be sliding this on and off of a belt every day, last thing you want to do is lock it in place every day at the same time. So the way the pouch basically works, and I'll show you first how it works, and then I'll show you the materials on the inside. But all you simply do is just open the flap. When you do that, it allows you full access to the speed loader. Unlike traditional pouches where you have to reach in and grab this knob, You don't need to do that in this case, and that's a poor position anyway to start a speed load from, because as soon as you extract it, you're going to have to move it around in your hand and get it in the proper position to load. So I've never been satisfied with the traditional pocket type arrangement where you have to draw it out from the top, especially when you're talking about using Safariland Comp 1 loaders that don't have this larger knob. You're always going to have a problem extracting those out. So what we did here was you simply pop the flap. The speed loader is held in place with this Velcro, or rather this elastic band. And at that point, all you simply do is just simply close your hand over the loader, press up, and it drops it right into your hand, just like that. And it's in the prime position that you want to have a Safariland Comp 1 or 2 type loader in. To return it, rather than put it through the top, when this is on your belt, you just simply run it in through the bottom, line it up, and close it up. So again, you open the flap, and all you simply do is just press upward, and it comes right out into your hand. You don't have to fiddle around. You don't have to go from here and then there. It drops right into the exact spot that the speed loader needs to be to do a proper, efficient reload. Just like that. Super, super fast. And when you're talking about revolvers, every advantage helps. And the faster you can get the speed loader in your hand in a predictable position to execute your load. And again, when I was talking about that proper loading position, you do not want to insert a speed loader by holding it by the knob and then trying to align everything. What I do is I'll index my thumb on one of the flutes, and that tells me I've got 2 open cylinders. I hold the speed loader by the body. I simply align 2 holes, align the rest, and then press in position, and you're good to go. Now again, this isn't a video on reloading. Again, if there's any interest, I'll do some of those. But the whole idea is to get the speed loader in your hand, get it in the proper position, get it lined up with the charge holes, and then load the cylinder. So the materials used, type 17337 all the way around, Velcro closure. This pad is a little bit longer to accommodate the different sizes in the speed loaders. If you're going to be carrying 38 Special, for instance, these are 357 rounds. 38 Special is going to be shorter, so the height from here to here is going to be shorter on the speed loader. So we accommodate that with a little bit of extra Velcro, and everything lines up. I've got a nice generous pull tab right here. It's not going to bind up on the end of the flap. It's not going to break your Velcro for you. All it serves is just simply something to catch with your finger, and then open up, and away you go. Again, super fast, super duper simple, and not terribly expensive either. So I think that's about it. Again, we're going to have some more products coming out for revolvers. We're looking at, for instance, a pouch right now that will hold on the belt anywhere from 3 to 4 speed strips. And then I have another idea for a pouch that will hold about 24 rounds of ammunition in loops. And I'll explain the concept as to what that's for in a future video, but I think you'll find it interesting. To kind of head the question off, no, we do not plan to do any kind of nylon holsters. We're kind of out of the holster game, but there are a number of holsters I can definitely recommend to you. But primarily we're going to be talking just mainly about ammunition management systems for the revolver. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and draw this to a close. Again, not much to it, very simple, but very fast. So as with all of our gear, this stuff is made in the United States in Visalia, California, and can be purchased at www.spectergear.com. Thank you for patiently watching the video, and stay safe out there. Thank you very much.